right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do make sure to like, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're one of the GSM on the platform, keep on doing that real good work. We are out here. Let me big up our real people in the chat. We saw our brother Sean Bass, real brother around here, Pastor in the building, real brother around here, Martin, Baker, Dean Fraser in the building. Massive respect. We're just here to run off a little hour, where in which we're gonna go through a few things here and there. DJ in the building as well. Yeah, man, massive respect. So as you saw by the title, 80 new additions, Suriname's new additions. Everyone is definitely trying to embrace talent, like embrace true talents that was educated and past educated as well. All right, so that's what I'm going to be talking on today. Kevin Hart, big up yourself, thanks for being here. So yeah, because I thought that as what I've said, my last true video I did on this platform was Jamaica versus Trinidad and Tobago. Never really came back. Obviously I had some personal issues that I'm dealing with and stuff, but I said something at the back end of that video where in which I literally said that going forward, I need to go back to my old self. You know, I kind of got caught into just like the hype of things and not necessarily the factual things. So even myself can get caught into those things. So for me, I want to start going back into CONCACAF and doing my job in CONCACAF, to be honest. And definitely you guys are going to learn a lot because I'm going to provide you with more people that actually wants to provide you with valid information, you know, because I do believe that certain fractions of the world doesn't really provide you with information. I think that they try to hold it away from you so you don't get to truly understand what's going on. And I think that was what brought me here, and I wanted to stay on that path, and I thought that I got drawn away. So for me having a little time to reflect on stuff when I was busy, I do believe that that's the way I'm going to be going. So you will not just see my contents just strongly surround only Jamaica. It's going to be surrounding anywhere you can get the information that will help you in your assessment of football. So that is what I'm going off for the foreseeable future, you know. So I hope you guys like that and you want to support me. But if not, I'm okay. You can stay in whatever box you want to stay in. I'm cool with that, you know. But for me, I think that's what I'm here for, and I want to stay on that part, you know. Who are me, Doc? Earl, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and the family. Yeah, man. Just wanted to make sure I put that on the front. Yes. So going forward, you're gonna see me collab with a lot of people, not Jamaicans. It's going to be because I am the only Jamaican will be on this platform from today. It's going to be more of other people that you can hear from. So from different countries and stuff. All right. That's the direction I want to go in. You know. Yes. So I hope you guys do like what I'm trying to bring, but if not, I am totally cool with that as well. We saw Richard in the house. Leonard said, "I, my Asian boy, big up yourself. I'm here, the Asian boy in the building." And we saw our brother Joseph Brown as well. Massive respect. All right, yeah, man. So let me get into it. We saw that. Let me start from where I think everything started from. World Cup qualifiers. Big up yourself, Africans. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. World Cup qualifiers in the CONCACAF region. They decided that they're going to take out a few individuals. So, for instance, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. All right, so people say yes, I should do more CONCACAF. Well, that's exactly what we're on, Deco. So I'm glad that you're on board and my direction that I want to go in. I hope you don't change them out when I am doing that because I'm perfectly comfortable doing that. All right. So anyways, so after they decided that United States, Mexico, and Canada won't be a part of the actual World Cup qualifiers, you had several spots to be fought for. So they did stretched it in 3 different groups, which is phase 3, which is the third round. Yes. and each groups has what, 4 different teams in it, and the top team automatically qualifies, and then the second best, the two second best teams go on to a play the intercontinental playoffs. All right, so that's when you play another country from a different region for that player that World Cup spot. All right, so technically you still have 5 World Cup spots leave. Yeah. So that's all it is. So those groups at the moment in the third round is Group A, Panama, El Salvador, Surinam, and Guatemala. That's Group A. Then you have Group B, Jamaica, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda. All right, and then you have Group C, Honduras, Costa Rica, Haiti, and Nicaragua. So that's how it sets up. All right, you have 2 games played out of each group. After 2 games played, Honduras leading the Costa Rica, Haiti, and Nicaragua group. And then Group B, Jamaica leading the Curacao, Trinidad, and Bermuda group. Right? And then Group A, you have Suriname leading the El Salvador, Panama, and Guatemala group. So why am I laying out all of that? Is just to bring it back to the conversation of how much these people actually respect talents. All right, respect talents, and it's because it's purely based on them respecting talents, hence why they're growing so fast. You have a Suriname team at this point, their entire starting 11 is overseas talent. Pretty much their entire squad, aside from 2 players, this time based on them having 7 players out, made the list. Aside from those 2 players, everyone else are professionally playing players. All right, so you have a Suriname rated higher than Guatemala on the field, so in terms of quality. All right. You have a Suriname coming up with higher value players than Guatemala and El Salvador, and they can compete with a Panama. In order to do so, had to come from them importing talents because they're in the Caribbean region, which they actually won the Caribbean region in terms of club football just a few years ago. So, but it was still good enough. It was still not good enough to take them to another level. So they have added more talents to their roster even after doing well. So that's what we're doing now. So you're learning what's up. So they have added like 6 new talents. So they have put out a provisional, and obviously they're going to pick from the provisional because provisional is just to show you who they are actually focusing on. Still can have additional players from that focusing pool, but it still gives the fans something to work from. So Jonathan Fonko, Wanahan, those are guys that was in the team. Vassen is the number 1 now, and you have Janilo, came in from KVC, Wastalo. Then in the defense, that's for goalkeepers, so 4 goalkeepers on this list. Then you go to the defenders, you have Mighty Abena, made the list right here, and you have Javan Anderson. Javan Anderson was on the list of Jamaica, but I heard all sorts of statements, maybe he wasn't talented enough and all sorts of foolishness. I don't know what was the true story, but I think that will be a constant thing that comes up in these conversations, and that's why I love when I go CONCACAF, because it kind of broaden the conversation so you can truly learn. All right, yes. Father Bling, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Dorsey in the house. All right. Nosage in the building. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right, Father Bling. Yeah, man. Glad that you guys are checking in. Sose in the building. Massive respect. All right. Yes. So you have Javan Anderson that could have played for Jamaica but never got selected. Yeah, I don't know the true story around that. I heard several madness, but let me move past that. Well, he's on the list for Suriname. He can play multiple positions. He can play. He's a technical player, so he could add to their quality. Don't know if he's going to make the final cut, but he's on their list. Then you have Balka. Balka came in from Huddersfield Town FC. He was one of the picks for the last round. He's coming in from Huddersfield Town FC. Quality quality technical centre back, can play a right back as well, and maybe even progress in the middle based on his technical ability. All right, but he's definitely a good addition to the Suriname team. Dake still was in the team from a while now. I am not the biggest fan of him because he's not as technical as the rest of the other players. So sometimes he could stand out because of the breaking in plays, but he still offers more stability, like within physical strength. So him and Mighty Abena would be the enforcers of the team because they are the physical ones in the back line, that is. Then you have Red Sea and Ups coming in from Venezia FC. He's back on the list right there. Caswal coming in from Telstar. Then you have Yannick coming in from Valadam. When you have Lone Week, which is Nigel Lone Week coming in from Luton Town as well. So you have more than one Lone Week in the team now. So the brother of Lone Week, Nigel was in the team before, so he's a new addition and he's coming in from Luton. If you're Jamaican, you know that Luton just had Amari Bell, yes, and they do, and Suriname Curaçao's midfielder that they just brought in came from Luton as well. So it shows you where they're getting their talents from, and they are respecting talent. Shaquille Penas coming in from Al Kholoud club. So Penas was always a regular. I think he was at the start of the transitional phase of Suriname. Then Vandakos. I always thought that he's small, but believe me, he definitely improves this team big time. Big time. His technical ability. I have to give him respect, and at this point, maybe Retsiana Ups and those people might have their spots in limbo if they don't perform. But that is good. Competition for places is always vital. I think he is the best left back performing in the entire CONCACAF in the last window. The entire CONCACAF, and it's not even close. He's the best left back in the entire CONCACAF. That little tiny human being called Vandakos, very, very good in that window. Because I always thought that the physicality would have gotten to him. But it showed me that quality, regardless of where it's coming from, once it comes into the CONCACAF, it just explodes. And nobody can stop them. So Vandakos is one of those individuals that prove my point of the quality just supersedes everything. And then you have Van Helleren. Van Helleren is the next one, plays wing back, right back, and also can play centre back as well. Technical ability, again, and he was one of the better performers as well added to this Suriname team. All right, and he's coming from RKC Walwake. Then you have Adipi. He's from Robin Hood. I told you that you have one and two individuals from inside the country that makes the squad. Jean Paul Budius on the team as well. Tajan Cherry came in back after a long missing period. All right, a long missing period. Tajan Cherry decides that he's going to turn up back. Would you accept him back in the team? Because at one point he said he was not going to play. I heard that he had some personal issues, so I'm not going to jump on that too much. I shouldn't even ask that question based on what I heard that took place with him. But you think that Sherry is going to make this team better? Or you think he's going to come in and break it up? Remember, Cher was in this team with Bessie Swar and those guys. Now you have a flood of more midfielders in this team. In my honest opinion, I saw him. Cher is one of the most technically gifted midfielders in world football for a long time. That's how skilled he is. Naturally gifted. But for me, I think the style that Suriname is playing with now, I think it changes because it's mixed with physicality, and I don't think Cherry and Bessiswar was physical players. They were super technical players that people needed to safeguard. So Cherry is a tiny human being, not a tiny human being because he's physically imposing. But comparing to Lone Week is like 6'17". If that is a number, that's how big he is comparable to Cherry and Bessiswar. But he still brings the technical ability with the size. You understand me? Yes. So and they are younger. They are 10 years younger than Cherry. So they offer more energy. So in those hostile locations like El Salvador and those places, they come up a little bit more, you know? So we're the first version failed. Yes, so I don't know if Cherry should be accepted back. He's very talented. He can make any team that's in this World Cup running, that's for sure. But I think that Suriname's midfield numbers that they do have, maybe you could say that he might should make it. But I understand if you guys said he should make it. If you guys said he should make him, I'm okay. All right. So let me hear what people saying, and then we continue with the list, and then we'll move on. We will eventually go through Haiti and Jamaica. All right, tiny human beings. I wouldn't accept him. I think the squad is doing good without him. That's what I think still. But big up Conrad. Thanks for being here. Yes, bro. He lighting up the Eredivisie. No, I know. I'm watching him, Sean. Remember, I watch Eredivisie. So I'm watching him, but I'm just asking a honest question. But when I remembered what took place, why he said he wanted to just free his mind, I said, let me not ask that question. Because if it's based on talent, Cherry is one of the most talented. Karaskila is what everyone expected Cherry should be in this region. That's how good Cherry is. And he showcased that on a higher level than Karaskila in worldwide football. So it's just because things that kept happening to him, he never really came to the region and do his thing. Big up yourself, know yourself. As you come in, make sure to smash the like button. Tycoon in the building, big up yourself. He can shoot from outside the box. Yes, that is something that he changes as well in the conversation. All right, no, Newton, how you doing, man? Massive respect. All right, so let me continue. But that was Cherry. Cherry added to their provisional list. Quality player, but he's getting older, and because Suriname brought in so much new midfielders and they are doing things, oh bad they would feel because the Russell class plays a little bit deeper than Cherry, but he offers what he brought to this team. I saw him matched up with Karaskila stride for stride, and he gave Karaskila a move. CONCACAF had to literally clip it. So Ankaraskila is the best midfielder in our region. So the fact that you have players just coming in and showcasing those level of talent, I think that this coach have to be careful. Mine, he messed up the synergy of the team itself, in my opinion. All right. But is there a need for him? I would say if you had my boy from Dortmund, that was at Dortmund, in full form, I would say don't have any need for him. But based off him, Sean said he's injured. That is Emmanuel Farai. Because Farai is the player that they expected to be that free-flowing, attacking midfielder, can play deeper, but possess the ball more than anything else. But because he's injured, you could say that, but Farai was the new man to take them forward. But Farai wasn't playing in most of the other games because of maybe injuries. All right, yes. So that is Cherry. You have Jubitana. I think he has become a staple in our region. All performances that he puts in are quality performances. Class, we just talked about the Russell class. Added to this team, young kid, quality, good energy, good passing ability, physicality to match. Yes, Justin Lone Week can play in several positions. Deeper line, attacking midfielder, central forward if you want him to play central forward, and even out wide sometimes. But his frame and size, which is around 6'5", helps him out a lot more playing centrally. So if he's playing as a cam or a central forward to bring the play, very good. Dean Malone, always added to the team, is an older individual, but he serves a purpose if you want to shut down things, like when they brought him on for El Salvador. He brings back the experience from the older players, from the Cherry and the Besiswar, and know how to shut down things, because these are all new players, so maybe they don't know the region work, how to slow down things. They want to just go flat out and do their things thing up front. All right, Kenneth Paul. I think Kenneth Paul changes everything for Suriname because he plays in a defensive central position and he's a natural baller. All right, he's the one that changes everything for me. Once he's on the provisional list and he's fully fit, I think they can beat any team because he helps with their ball retention, which is impressive. Know yourself, big of yourself. Messi Louis, how you doing, Messi Louis? Seat 80 at the front, Messi Louis. So I'm back, baby. All right, but is there a need for him? For me, if he feels a major void, yeah, I don't think he feels the major void, but he's definitely talented. Yes, that spin was ridiculous, man. Stets, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. David J, Johnny Powell, Mr. Elm in the house, and Neil Goes in the house. Yes, so let me go through the rest. We have Kenneth Paul and Emmanuel Farai. Farai did make this list, but I don't think he's going to be as fit as possible, so maybe he could play some part. All right, then the forward line, you have Cheryl Becker, Daniels coming in from Kilmarnock, so he's a new addition. Grot coming in as well, a new addition. Margaret made his name. Definite skiller, comes over from the left hand side, sometimes over the right hand side, and can play central as well. Mantnor, I think Mantnor have played decent. Bless up yourself, Issa Allen and Jump Up TV. Mantnor have played decent, but it's sad. This player is so sad. Every time he comes on, he scores or assists. But because everybody is a higher profile player, and to be honest, they're performing as well, it kind of pushed Mantnor out of the team. But he brings physicality, can play left and right, and also striker. And he's one of the young players, so maybe his time will be coming, which is good. All right. Then you have Rictus. Rictus is from Cavaliers. He made this provisional. I would be shocked if he makes the final cut, to be honest, because of maybe others are going to be fit. But that tells you the standard that they're trying to hold. All right. And he's a good player, he's a good player, but you clearly saw Mantnor is at a higher level and Mantnor can't get any game. So if Mantnor is at a higher level, it's going to be hard for Rictus to make the final cut without injuries. But he's a good player though. All right. And you have Missy John back on the list. He was out for a while, so that adds a good amount of quality. And Glearfield later to finish it off. So Missy John, I don't see Girana Kirk on it. So Girana Kirk could be added, but because he was playing with injuries, so so their team could still get stronger with Kirk added to this. All right, yes. So how good they could do in the next window, I think they can do as good as anybody else because their team is as good as everybody else. That's been considered as a top team, And at this point, I'm tired to talk about traditional things. I'm going to talk about talent and what they're doing on the field, and they are playing up to the competition, the highest level competition. And I remember when I just came in, when they just drew the third round, and Cranky here telling me that, oh, Panama is gonna cakewalk this group. I'm wondering how Cranky felt now after watching the games played. Kirk is injured mid-October. That's what I said. He might be added to this just like the last one. So and the reason why I had a feeling that Panama would have had much more problems is solely based off the quality of the players them in this group. Because Panama doesn't have better quality players than Suriname as well. They don't. They have their history, that is true, but the quality, they don't have better quality. It's equal footing to the players, so it's all the condition and the systems on the day that differentiates what's going to happen. And at some point, we need to start believing in talents rather than just make up stories and fantasy. I've had several conversations off the year, and I realized that why most of the Caribbean fails to make World Cups is because of our beliefs. It's because of our beliefs, and we have some very poor beliefs that is all about fantasy and not actual education. Everybody that's successful in life tend to always go down the path of finding the education rather than just, I need to be my emotion told me that this man have more heart than the next man. You understand me? No. my intelligence and the education provided tells me that this man is performing at a higher level, so I'm going to get this man. And that's what Suriname did, and that's why I'm going to go to Haiti now, because Haiti is a next team that is trying to go the same way. And oh, ironic, they are improving at the same rate. You understand me? So I think this is a conversation that needed to be had at some point. All right. Yes. So 80 looks like they're going to add like 3 to 4 more quality pieces to their roster. Um, Let me try get them up on the system. And people, please follow me on Twitter, because sometimes I'm on Twitter and on Instagram sharing the things. I don't come on the internet. I don't come on YouTube if I don't have something to speak on. You understand me? That's the only reason why I come on YouTube. So if I have something shorter, I'm not going to just make a video of it. I'm going to just post it on my Instagram or my Twitter. So if you want those information, make sure to join me on those platforms. All right? That's how it's going to work. So if you don't see me, you check on my Instagram or Twitter. So you make sure you follow me there. Yeah, man. Going back into my older mood, where in which we just stick to the facts and really just move with the facts. All right. Yes. So 80 decided that based on their 2 good results, they're going to import other quality players. All right, so they're going to add like 2 more when they already have Pero and Dokan Nazan that's doing very well so far, but they decide that they're going to still add a higher quality forward than them to their roster. And I heard about 2 more midfielders, so I'm hoping that they do join this window, because I would love to see 80 put in Costa Rica and others under pressure, because they look like they have the fighting spirit, but also the quality in some certain areas. I would love for them to add some more midfielders and defenders to that, deeper line midfielders and defenders to that stock, and maybe a goalkeeper, because Placide or whatever his name is, our own a millionaire now, and maybe they need to add a different goalkeeper to their roster to help them out, in my opinion. Still, Fritz, how you doing, man? Silva, big up yourself. Farai is the crowd favorite. I know when Menza subbed him off and everyone booed. Yeah, Farai. That's why I said maybe if Farai is there, you don't have much more need for other midfielders that are older, and remember those never turn up in that time when they were needed as well, and these guys got them to that level. Yeah. All right. So that's for 80. I have not seen the full provisional for 80 as yet. I thought I saw something, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to talk on that one. But I did reposted all the players that they're adding to their list. So wonderful from 80. Wonderful from 80. Adding quality to their list. So you expect 80 to put up a fight in this group. Will it be good enough? I am not sure. But one thing I do know, it's going to add more quality to their team and give them a better shot to get something done. So if 80 turn out to come out of the group first or second, don't be surprised, because they're adding quality to their roster. All right. So now let me move on to Jamaica. Jamaica. I had like 4 topics that I never touched on at all when it comes on to Jamaica. So for Jamaica, the first shocking news that I heard when the game finished, when Jamaica defeated Trinidad 2-0. As I've said the last time, I don't think in that game Jamaica was better than Trinidad at all. I thought that game could have easily well done. Trinidad pretty much win that game. So it was not impressive. And it was not an impressive win for me, in my opinion. All right. One second, people. So it was not an impressive win, in my opinion. But you had some people that stood out. You have some people that stood out, right? You have some people that stood out, right? So, for instance, I'm gonna switch over here so you guys can get to see. I can put the players them up on the screen. So after me saying that it's not an impressive win, but they got it nonetheless because you have individuals that literally just played some things that just did some things on the day to get the victory, right? To get the victory. And instead of I this coach be talking about the players and give them the real credit that they truly deserve, because to be honest, I have watched both of these games and I can clearly tell you that it's this player made um is this player made Jamaica won both games. Both games, this player made Jamaica won both games. Period. All right? Both games. This player made Jamaica won both games. All right? Both games, Period. Regardless of him missing chances, he was still creating so much avenues for Jamaica to get up the pitch. He created the goals that he never scored. Ridiculous, he still created the goals that he never scored. I've gone through every sequence of the plays, and every single goal that scored was scored because of this guy. Have you guys went through and properly detail it and see for yourself? I couldn't believe it because I was joined into the bandwagon of beating him. Oh, he never scored and all sort of thing. And that's why I said I want to go back to CONCACAF, because it makes me more seeing, because I don't have to follow the propaganda. This guy was running channels, linking up plays, taking off shots. He missed poor shots, right? He missed poor chance, no problem. But every single goal scored was him, because of him, right? Every single goal that scored was because of him. If the shot turned out, the keeper saved it and it turned out into a corner, he flicked it off. Then John Russell topped it in. He scored it himself, or he links up the play. Every single chance that scored, it was because of him, right? And the reason why I've made sure to single out him, and I'm gonna show you the moral of the story that I'm trying to link between this single video. You're gonna say you love what I did. Bailey Kadamatieri did so good, and then when I went to listen to the press conference, I heard the coach talking about, because a person, and I love the press conference, the people. Love the people going into the press conferences, because they saw that Bailey Kadamatieri was such a standout. He was such a standout player. So the person asked about Bailey Kadamatieri, like, who can offset this kid? This kid is wonderful. The guy starts to talk about a player, Warner Brown, and how he's his main player. He never answered the question about Bailey Kadamatieri, He never answered the question about Bailey Kadamatieri. So my question to you guys, because this man in his brains think that Warner Brown is 5% as good as this kid. And I'm going to put it down to 5%, because this guy's IQ is a million times better than Warner Brown. He's a properly educated player that presses and time, and he's incredible smart for his age. And that was one thing we knew about the player from before. Period. So, do we have the right coach? Do we have the right coach? Because the fact that you're going to downplay this kid, it looks like if Warner Brown comes back and fully fit, he's going to start over him. I can tell you, if Warner Brown started both of those games, Jamaica win none of those games. Jamaica win none of those games just a while ago. Big wild runs, run up and down, have no level of education of football, no mean you're going to win nothing. It does mean you're active, running up and down. This guy brings smarts run that draws people up the pitch and creativity out of the smart runs. All right, so we have to start asking sensible questions, and that's why I wanted to stay in CONCACAF, so I can talk sensible. You understand me? And at this point, it just looks like it's a force on the people, or it's a force for Jamaica not to make the World Cup. It's like a force for Jamaica not to make the World Cup. What is wrong? What is wrong with a quality young kid coming in and do so well? I heard people in Jamaica talking about this kid, saying, JD, we found one. Mikel Antonio can't take this guy in the game. Nobody can take this guy game. But the coach seems like he's not impressed with him. Guys, I want you to look at Merangarden's face. Even Merangarden was impressed with him with the first run he made against Bermuda. Even Merangarden was impressed with the first run the guy made. So why the coach come out and talk about for the future? Why all of these super good players are for the future when Suriname and Haiti trying to get them now? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. You said that Campbell wasn't for the. You're not gonna run any Gamble and Campbell, and you put Campbell on the field. And I can tell you, you have not even Leon Bailey or Damara Gray better than Campbell. Unless you know zero about football. Not even Leon Bailey or Damara. Campbell can start over Leon Bailey and Damara Gray. Period. But you never took a gamble with him in the Gold Cup. And he came in the World Cup qualifiers to test how good he is. When he was a poster boy for his entire club. That's 50 levels above the JPL. So I still have to ask questions when it comes on to this coach. You know? We found out that this striker is very good. So we get one piece. We find Campbell now. We get a next piece. So that can add to our depth. So if you don't want to start Campbell, no problem. Then you can add Leon Bailey, Damara Gray to the pile. Why we keep on have to go 7 levels down? To say that we have to believe in this. No, we don't need to believe in nothing. We need to believe in education. Something that I know that this guy used to pass his exam. But when he comes on to Jamaica, he seems to forget everything about education. You know? I need to start believing just the vibes. And that's what I need to send to the coach. You know, Borrell is doing incredible well in the championship. Every level Borrell goes to. When we watch Borrell play for 5 seconds, we know that Borrell is better than everything else we saw. You know? And the only kid can run Borrell's numbers would have to be Biele Kadamatiri. You understand me? Yes, so we have to be careful because these people, family hearing you speak. All right? Coach, and you need to be careful. You need to be careful. All right? All right. All right, so I will talk on the Curacao one because I'm centered in Jamaica. I'm giving everybody their time. I gave Suriname, I gave Haiti, and then I'm going to Jamaica. Then I'll go to Curacao, which is the main team that Jamaica will face, and what we need to set up for that's to be successful, right? Campbell is not better than Bailey at the moment. No, Guru. I never said Campbell is better than both of them in terms of whatever accolades they have. But I'm just saying that you can put Campbell on that field, and Campbell is a better defensive coverage than Leon Bailey and Damara Gray. 100%. Today, his offensive, maybe goal creation might not be there as yet, but his offensive pressure that he offers is still higher than them. So in certain areas, they might be better than him at this present moment. But he has areas at this point that he's better than them, like flat out better than them, Guru. Flat out, like the defensive coverage. Look at how better Campbell made Lembekisa looks. Lembekisa could reserve more energy, then attack a lot more because he has defensive coverage. I saw Campbell playing left back. Left back, I saw Campbell playing more than 16 times in the game. Left back, and he stayed in left back, in the right back position. Sorry, he stayed in right back position, and Lembekisa advanced on that same play. Go back and watch Leon Bailey for 20 games and see how much time Liam Bailey did that in 20 games. Um Go back and watch Damara Gray and see how much time they did that in literally 20 games as well. And I can promise you, if you see it 5 times, God come. And this guy did that more times than both of them in 2 games. In 2 games. In 2 games. So you could see some more quality in these players. That they're playing for each other, or they're just different players. They are work hours players, and that's how teams get better. So I like the core around what Jamaica offers. I like the core what Jamaica offers. I like the Kadama theory. I like Campbell. I like even what I saw. What's the little kid? I like what I saw from Dexter. Dexter looks completely different. Dexter looks completely different. So I like what I saw from Dexter. I like what I like what I saw to some extent from King. Aside from the individual battles, which I know that he wasn't good at that, but King was better in the first game against Bermuda. The breaking lines, I like what I saw from King. Jura says Leon can't play on that wing. Campbell has been better by far, so you agree with me. Sports Dad said check. Bless yourself, thanks for being here. Campbell covers his fullback, which any modern day wide man need to do. Well, that is a problem that Leon doesn't do well, and Damara Gray doesn't as well. So we got kids doing it. So what should we do? Reward them, right? Yes, and I would agree that they should be rewarded, you know? All right, so I like what I saw from King, Campbell, Kadama Thierry, the goalkeeping department. Yes, but I still like what I saw from King. He offered something. He was not the best defensive. All right. Bamport said, ELJD, your people them take over the JPL laugh out loud. Suriname players for days. Well, you know what the thing go. You know, I can't believe that Suriname having so much players in the JPL. I heard a couple years that Suriname Suriname country ain't good at football. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, you know. But I'm proud that I had made a lot of people in the JPL a lot of money to tell them how good Suriname was, you know. At least they can give me the credit. BAM Sport. But I know BAM Sport will give me the credit, you know. Yes, because I want my credit, blood. All right. Yes. So King, I like the pass outs from King. I know it's long plays because I'm making sure that I find my right words. You know, I know it's long plays, but it's purposeful. All right. And Nigel said, rubbish. Campbell is not in the class of Chippy and Demi. All right, I made sure to tell you what I'm talking about, you know. So if you want to argue something, argue what I've said. Not just say a completion to something that you never put no detail to, because you have not provided anything to help me on my travels. All right, yes. So we definitely need more centre backs. I am not comfortable with it because I do see Low and King gave up two clear chances per game, and you can't start games saying that you have to give up two clear chances. You understand me? So we have to be careful to say that we want to just throw at everybody else. I still think there's a space for Ethan Pinnock. I actually think that Amari Bell should be talking about the left-sided centre-back, all right? When all is said, once Leon comes back, he will start unless we have Mason Greenwood stick. Okay. Well, BAM Sport, that doesn't guarantee wins because Leon have proven that he doesn't guarantee Jamaica any wins. I think he guarantees Jamaica more confusion because we have a system that we have to pick players because they're big name players and not necessarily what they're doing and how effective they are on the field. And remember, I am the most Liam Bailey fan. You guys said Mr. Butler and buy me out over the last couple of weeks. But based on what I saw from these kids, I am a lot more impressed with these kids than what I saw most of the other guys them doing, because they offer more complete football. I can't understand that you guys not listen and like you're not trying to understand what I'm. Every team is good. Look, Suriname is good not because Cheryl Rebecca is there running. Surely because them is just as good as Liam Bailey them in CONCACAF. Message on them comes in and their rates are better than Liam Bailey in CONCACAF for the games them that they played. But they are still, what they are good for is the total completion of football. What you guys like them for is, the overlapping, and the overlapping and man tracking back and man staying here and playing proper football. The disjoint conversation that you're seeing, maybe it's based off how the team was picked, because it picked off hype more than actual substance. So sometimes you have to be careful, all right. JD, with FIFA football rating, Chippy and Pinnock rank the highest still. Yes, we know that. All right. If Bailey and Gray played Bermuda and Trinidad, I pick up more than 4 or 2. I'm gonna say something truth. I think if Bailey and Gray played both of those games, I don't think Jamaica will win both of those games. We have to be careful. Remember, look at United States game. When Robinson, what the coach said about Liam Bailey. The coach literally said they made Robinson inverted because they wanted to test Liam Bailey in what he's going to do. If he's going to come inside with him, and once he stays outside, you're going to have overload. Every one of the goals them that scored was because of Liam Bailey's lack of knowledge of what they're doing on the field. And they literally spell it out after the game finished. That's why you need to go and watch these press conferences and watch what happened in the game. A lot of these players that you're overhyping are hyping up. We need to look at the football itself and talk it. If Liam Bailey comes, yeah, that is my opinion. The facts still shows otherwise. No, the facts don't show otherwise. Because I saw several games that Jamaica got embarrassed in. And remember, I like Liam Bailey. I think he should be playing. But I'm just saying what I saw the others offer. If I see the coach going for them over Liam Bailey or Damara Gray, I have no problem. That's all I'm saying. Because I think it actually might turn out better. Because you'll have a more cohesive unit. Because you're not going to see Lembekisa isolated on his own, trying to fight some of the best wingers. Because most of these teams, their best players are their wingers. When Bailey played against Trinidad, what was the score? Brother. Truth. You watch this Trinidad team. Today, let me spell it. I don't think Liam Bailey is better than Levi Garcia. I think Levi Garcia today is better than Liam Bailey. And I don't think it's even close. I think Levi Garcia is flat out better than Liam Bailey. So if you're going to leave Levi Garcia with only Lembekisa or with only Amari Bell, he's going to charge them every single time. Please, if you're not educated enough to join this conversation, you can just leave. Because I never said who is better. All right? I just simply say what somebody brings to a team. You can be better, but stubborn. Follow the conversation. And you want to do your own thing, and your own thing costs the entire team. Have you not seen enough players that are big deals that can't play in a smaller team? That's why they need a bigger team to play. Follow football, man. All right? Truth, Liam Bailey did play in the Gold Cup game that Jamaica won 5-1 or 4-1. Yes, they did play. Yes. So follow the conversation, my brother. I'm not bringing down anybody. I'm just arguing football. And that's why I said I want to go to CONCACAF, because look at the level of reasoning. Everything that I'm saying is factual, something that can be proven, But you fail to want to take that up. You want to use your emotions to just rampant all over the place, And that is what I can't take, because it doesn't help me in my studies in nothing at all. Because I have to just argue back to you rather than we have a sensible conversation, You can be better, but you don't fit in the playing style. Deco, that's all I'm saying, So Nitro all over the place. I talk all sorts of madness. I'm just advocating for what I saw, and I said, even though it's not the best, it's still a more cohesive unit. That's all I've said. In shorter terms, Nitro and him friends them that can't understand what I'm saying. Yes, I have not said Chippy is below anybody. I just think that these guys offer more in the damn team. So if you're upset, you're upset. All right. I agree that Bailey lacks defensive ability, but we would be beating Trinidad by far. But the problem is no, that's the problem. Love that you put that part in it. The possession you think would have improved. But what if Jamaica cannot, if Jamaica cannot retain the possession, it ends up worse. So I'm loving, that's a good reasoning. That's a good reasoning to put possession in it. To put possession in it. So yes, because this was a possession. And remember in the last part of this game, Jamaica had the better possession. So for majority of this game, this looks like Trinidad had over 60% possession. Because for the last 15 minutes, it was Jamaica dominating the possession, and it still ended 54. I think that if Liam Bailey, I don't think Liam Bailey would have offered much difference in this game. I'm very sorry, Big Boss, because I could see that they were passing through Jamaica with relative ease. And not just Trinidad did it, Bermuda did it as well. I still don't think Campbell is up to USA and Mexico level. No, truth or truth. But Liam Bailey proved that he's not up to USA or Mexico level. Truth or truth, Liam Bailey proved that he's not up to that level. In this system, a player is quality of a player. Is quality of a player, yes, at his club and in his actual career. Yes, he proved that he's on that level. That is true. But he doesn't prove anything in CONCACAF against them specifically to say that he's on their level. Yes, but Liam Bailey have 50 million game, truth or truth. Campbell doesn't have that amount of game. The Charlton fans are complaining that they expect him to start scoring for them. Didn't mean a problem for Jamaica. His strength is what he needs. But he already started to perform, and I heard people trying to mislead people. I saw a man send me a clip of a man said that Charlton, you have one of the most xenophobic commenters ever in the football space. He was the one that someone clipped him. He was saying that the wrong person Charlton sent on loan. People, almost every game that Campbell played for Charlton, he's one of their better players. Almost every single game he played, he's one of their better players. Period. All right, and he just came up from the League One. So that commenter that said that, people, that's why I don't want to single out Jamaica conversation, because I don't think it goes anywhere. It's a bunch of egotistic, delusional, and some of them flat out duns. Period. And bad mind as well. This kid, and it comes back to the point to say that a lot of these people don't know what they have. And it starts from the head base, which is the coach. Let's look at, they don't know what they have. So when everybody else is trying to see quality talents, the fan base and the coaching staff, to some extent, I'm not going to blame the coaching staff, because Moran Garden look impressed with Kadama Theory, but the coach, his mouth says difference. All right, so other people, I'm going to blame the coach. The coach seems like he doesn't know what talent is at all. You understand me? Yes. So people, I'm telling you, Jamaica have some seriously good talents. It just needs some good evaluation and some good selection, and just walk out there, not care about which stadium want to be filled. Just go out there and put the quality players on the field, and you get the victory. And you get good performances as well. You understand me? Yeah, El Mexi. El Mexi, believe me, they don't watch no football. They are just a bunch of xenophobic fools. And that's why I said, going forward, I just want to mix with other people from different countries, because I can't manage. So I don't want to do any video with nobody from Jamaica. I just want to just explore YouTube from this point, I'm very sorry who gets caught in the crossfire, but I am not into that anymore. I think it doesn't make me be more educated at all. I think it slows my growth, slows my growth big time, Yeah, because a lot of these people, they don't have the same principle as me, and they don't have the same, they don't want the same thing. I want to see Jamaica be better. I want to see Jamaica have a standard, you know? Yeah, so that's me. I want a kid to be a better version than what I had in Jamaica. Like what I had in Jamaica, Yeah, so I'm just done with it, because I'm tired of the going around and the people that just desperate for fame and wants recognition. I don't want those things. I just want to learn that I can give back something to people that never had much, and it turns out better, Yeah, that's what I want. So I want to explore and learn from other people that I think honestly, not just dealing with me because of fame, Yeah. Um, Let me go. Yeah, so a good coach, Errol says a good coach. Well, Errol, his statements him don't match it. JD Whisper making a strong comeback. Yes, Whisper looks good. Whisper looks good. Which we expected Whisper to look good. But he's at Chelsea, and at this point Chelsea um, just have a bunch of players. And this point, he doesn't really look like he's going to be over those players. And to be honest, you have to say that the other players them that's playing are kind of above their levels, Um, um, uh, Nitro said, "Am I xenophobic?" Nitro, I don't know if it's you because it was not you. They sent a clip of. It was a xenophobic individual from day one that just sells narrative. But I saw a lot of YouTubers try to kiss ass because maybe he donates to their channels, and I don't want to become a problem to people. That's why I want to keep myself to myself. I think because you are Jamaican, you judge the players higher than other nations. Yeah, maybe that's maybe truth or truth. That's the truth, But what that would have said about me, that I want Jamaica to be great, and I think that Jamaica can be even better. Because truth or truth, my first video here was to say that Jamaica could be the dark horse. Jamaica could be the dark horse of the CONCACAF. My first video I ever did on Jamaica, that's what I said, truth or truth. So if I have an high standard, the reason why I like Suriname is because I don't see them trying to force something on people. I see them trying to force education, and they seems to be rising and rising, and people start recognizing them. They don't have to qualify for this World Cup, for them to convince bigger ballers to come the next time because of the progression, the level how they try to live with they bring one community and no xenophobia and just love. When I went to their games, it's just love. I am not even born Surinamese, and I was a legend in Suriname, in the crowd of Surinamese as well, because they just want more education to be better. Haiti the same. I just think it's just Jamaica alone hiding from Jamaica. It's from education. I think you have a bunch of people around the team at this point. They just want recognition. They want to build their name, even if it comes at the expense of Jamaica. And that's why I can't say I honestly believe that they are for Jamaica. Me setting a high standard because I'm comparing them to who they're facing and the quality that we have or could have, but we chose to make wrong analysis on players and just make up stories when nobody else in the world believe it, and then we just make up some stories and say, believe the man, something that we can't quantify. Believe the man, greatest thing. Brother does have some faith. Brother, me not have no faith. Me have education. Me have no faith. Me have no faith. But want have some sense. People, me not have no faith. But want have some sense of quality. Yes, so people, you understand. I want you guys to understand me more, So you don't think that because you have some people that sell narratives is because they have too much faith and no sense. So they come and tell people, oh, JD's, yeah, Jamaica and all them stuff there. But any sensible human being listening realize that I have a standard that is not a regular in this space. The standard that I have, an expectation of players, it's not the same level, and that's why I might come off as the odd one out. Yeah. What do you think about Dujan Anderson, Javan Anderson joining Suriname instead of Jamaica? He was offered to Jamaica. He was offered to Jamaica. I don't know what took place. I'm not gonna talk on it because I don't know what took place. People told me things. People told me things, but I'm not. I am not sure. I am not sure what is to be believed, because to be honest, when somebody tell me something, I have to get 50 more proof. If it's not one of the players them tell me something, I have to get 60 more proof to believe it. You understand me? So I heard things about the Jovan and this thing, and all I want to say, you get your VIP. No, I don't want any pass. I am not. I'm a CONCACAF YouTuber. I am not a Jamaican YouTuber, so I don't want to go in any. I'm not trying to look fame. I don't want to be famous in Jamaica. I just want to be helpful towards my country that I was born in. That's it. I don't want to go to any press conferences or nothing. I don't want any fame. Anybody that wants fame or whatever, I don't even care. But you're not going to get me in any press conferences. So if that's what you subscribe to my channel for, you can unsubscribe. You can go to other Jamaican channel, because I'm not a Jamaican channel, period. I'm not a Jamaican channel, and I don't want to be. I want to be a CONCACAF channel that I can talk on any football that I saw, and quality football as well. That's it, period. I am a Jamaican though. So if you want to like me because I'm a Jamaican, you know why I've changed completely, people? You have a channel with a white guy on it and a Mexican guy. They do Jamaican coverage, and they flat out told you. It is because of how people view their videos from Jamaica. The reason why they kept doing Jamaica videos. And I've watched 4 of their videos, people. 4 consecutive videos. 4 consecutive videos. And all my videos came up before them, you know. Because I made sure to match my videos with them, you know. And everything that I have said, these guys repeated. And people disrespected me, my own people, you know. But because the next man over here, white. So we have a slavery mentality, like we have a slave master mentality about us. So that's why I want to go out there, because I realize when I go out there, I get respect for my knowledge. But inside Jamaica, I will get pushed aside because I have my knowledge. You understand me? So that's why I want to go out there. Yes, because I saw them in the chat. Yes, man, good look. Yeah, man, Jamaica was not all that. It's just 2 little plays, and we need to be better on the possession and this and that. And I'm saying, oh wow, so because he's a white damn man. Let me give you the name of the YouTube channel so you can go there. And you laugh till you're dead. I saw and Nitro and those man, so no don't delete in the comments them, because me see you over there as well. You understand me? The whole of you can talk proper English. You have perfect sense. You have perfect sense. You have everything. But when you come on my channel, which is a bigger channel than all of these people, because maybe I'm me make them people that even start because them see me doing something. When you come here, I try disrespect man always. So my standard are gonna be the same high level, bruh. Alright? It not gonna work when you can't play with me. Me a this you know. Alright? Yes. Yes, people. I had asked, yeah man, we're gonna bring up Dixon. Yes, this color thing is no, Martin there is a foolishness, you know. But in our country is not a foolishness. There are prejudice based on your color. Facts. Because that's the only damn thing they said different from what I said. Yes, so why would I delete my comments? I always supported your no, not my channel, Nitro, the channel that I'm gonna call out, because I see everybody over there. I wanna comment and I go and like say, no, Nitro, me know you talk sensible. Maybe today you eat it because Arsenal now win. I understand. So you are not a part of it, but I'm just telling you, everybody I saw over there commenting, and I'm watching the comments, and I saw you guys disrespect me for my same views. So I'm asking, why am I educated and present something and you guys disrespecting me, but lauding the same people I'm over there for saying the same thing that I said after? Just like when I say things before the coaches them come out and say it, you guys disrespect me, but after the coaches them say it, you guys laud them. So the only difference between these people is because I'm black and they are white, and I'm from Jamaica and they are not. So I have to come to that conclusion. You know? That's it. I can't say anything more. Yes, but anyways, let me bring up Kaim Dixon, and then we bring up the Curacao squad. The Curacao squad. I just disagree. No. Nitro, I understand. Getting is aren't they Mexican? I think they're Mexican. Truth or truth. Yeah. You well and know who me talk as well. You see it? So you already start scratch your comments them, you know. Yeah, let me bring in let me bring in Anderson. No, Dixon. Let me bring in Dixon. Truth or truth said they are Mexican. You see people? They already know who I'm talking to. The channel that I'm talking to. Because they know what they were saying over there. You see, people? So, people, I don't want to come on my platform and disrespect me. When you don't know something, it's just because I'm ahead of you in time. Simple. I'm ahead of you in time. So, just give it a little time and you'll figure out how far ahead of you I am. All right? Simple. Okay? Yes. I'm not buying a bleaching cream. Me know the channel, but me not disagree with most of no, but truth or truth, but me I tell you truth or truth, there's people need to go there and see, or they whatever they call it, Willie Lynch syndrome that they have. Yes, they expect JD to be typical Jamaican. Thank you very much, David J. And the only thing me have are the skin color of a typical Jamaican, because man's different. All right, man's different. And him nah force me to be anything different than who I am, blood. All right? 6 points for Suriname and Jamaica upcoming. Oh, no. Suriname 6 points. God damn. Walter, if that, I would love for it to happen, because you know that if Suriname gets 6 points, blood, I will Billy Asian a reference. You see you, Nosage, you see if I ever see a comment from you over there, I am telling you, man. I am texting you personally and smoke you. But the whole of the man them over there, they know, the people them know the name, man, because they are in the chat saying, oh, it's a Mexican. So somebody drop the name of the channel, and you see people. They are. I have lost faith in the Jamaican viewers. Believe me. They don't like the Jamaican YouTubers, them, or they don't like me because I might talk different and I need to talk a certain way. But aren't that holding down your own people? Because if you want a certain fraction or a certain color of people talk a certain way, aren't that holding back your own people? Now I'm just asking an honest channel, no honest question. Aren't that holding back your own people? If you expect just fantasy from your people and no education, aren't that holding back your own people? You should visit Suriname. Tiv motive. No, it's not. It's a YouTube channel, Nosage. It's a YouTube channel. I saw it on. Multiple videos I watched from them. They said it's a Mexican and one Jamaican on it. A Mexican and one Jamaican on it, they said. All right, so a Mexican and one Jamaican on it, they said. So someone will give you their name. Getting Football is the channel name. Thank you, Nitro. Go over there and watch all of their Jamaican post matches, and you watch my videos them that came out before them, you know. And you're gonna see how much people cost me for the same thing they are saying. That they could have just watched my video and just say the same damn thing. I never said they did so. I'm just saying they could have just watched my video because it was posted before theirs. Because they do things like 2 days after mine's. You know? Yes. It's a form of self-hate too, JD. Motive. Let me tell an honest truth. My JD, you the only YouTuber we can argue with and take out the frustration. Oh, okay. So I'm a punch it bag. What the boy name? We always tell me say I'm gonna thump up my face. So low, you and that boy. What that boy name again, man? Duckland, that boy named Duckland. Oh my God, he's a violent human being. I need to call the police. I need to be. I like Getting Football, you know. Oh my God. All right. You see, if you ever come on my channel and tell me, boy, you don't like my content, watch me, you know, Sarge. Watch me, you. All right? Because I think they're honest. I like them too. Because they're similar to me. The only thing, one of them have a different color. So you see, okay. So you need to say, you like me too. You like me too. So I can feel comfortable here. All right? You need to tell me that you like me too. I am doing such a good job. And improving myself. Yes, I want that too, Nasaj. Big up Brando, how you doing? Listen to how they are gonna respond now. They are gonna burn me out, YZ, all sort of foolishness. Give you see it? You see it? First comment come from Massage. Pause. I like the channel only. You see me tell you, them can't even listen to what I'm saying, people. This is how they treat me. Before he even commented, I told you what he's gonna comment. let me move on and bring up Kaim Dixon. Oh my God. People, I told you. So let me just go about my business. They will never give me my respect. They will never love me. They will never like me. They will like the other channels, them, you know. The difference between getting, I don't see, hold on. And JD compares players, and I don't see them doing that. But truth or truth, remember, I have more knowledge than them on everything. I have more knowledge on players than them as well. So they can't do what I do. Truth or truth. And maybe the comparison brings more confrontation. That might be true. So you maybe it's something on the head there. But remember, I have more knowledge. So if I wouldn't bring it to you, you would have said I sold out. Right. You would have said I sold out. You understand me? So I had to bring the truth to the public. So when I know a player or a player said this, I have to bring it to you. You understand me? So it's my honesty that led you guys to treat me bad. You understand me? And some of my Asian brothers are the same, bro. Fritz, now, big up yourself. All right. Jobless, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Billy, look like you're not taking me serious when me tell you about... Okay. I need to read up a lot more. Some man a sellout, JD. What? They will love the other channels, okay? What's going on here? JD, we do it for the love, not for the likes. Jesus. You know what? It's okay. I sorry that I brought that up, but I just expose you guys bias behavior. That's all. But turn it into have to love me and and all sorts of Y and Z. It's okay. Let me talk about Dixon. All right. Dixon getting much more game time. Does he look good? Yes, no, Saj. Every man tell me they bypass what I've said, including themselves. And then they start talk about what I should not do it for, and what. All of a sudden they become Christians, They become all of this morality. You understand me? Free tickets. Question, what? What happened to some man with them some man comment? What's going on in this chat? Anyways, I want to talk about one of the Jamaican sensations. So why I can't, this is a Jamaican born player. Let me speak on the player, no, man. All right. You see it? Hardly when you go to other people's program. But once you come to my program, you want to be bad behaving. All right. Yes. Come on. So we have a Jamaican sensation. All right. That's what they said, I think he's a solid player. At this point, Iman Whisper, which someone said I should stop the comparison. But they are the two young kids in Jamaica that got a breakthrough in England. I can't really differentiate them. At one point I think that Kyan Dixie is a smarter player, which I still think so. But some of his physical traits, them just not living up to. I thought he would have gotten. He got bigger, He got a little bit bigger. He's staying in the games them a lot more. So I'm okay with that. I like what I see. But does he reach the level of championship or League One? I would say no. I don't think he's at that level as yet. Because it's a level down. So this is, as what I've said, this is the perfect opportunity for him to be better. You get more game time, get acclimatized to England, the football, education, because that is something that really arm a lot of Jamaican players coming from Jamaica. Believe me, a lot. We ain't talking about it, but that's the truth. All right. So the more time he get, the more attention he could get, is the better he's going to be. And I don't know where his ceiling is at this point, but what I saw some of the games them the League Two games them he looks okay in, but not exceptional. He got the trophy game, the U21 game. He looked good in that game, and he got the goal contributions to put him over the top. But that was a trophy game. It's slightly different from the actual league games. All right, yes. But that's a good start. That's a good start for him. Still think he needs to get more physical. So that means when he comes up to a next level, he doesn't get body easy. Because when you see even some of the stronger kids them, he still look weaker against them. He still look weaker against them. Some of the bigger defenders, even in that same Aston Villa game, they bully him off the ball easy. You understand me? Easy. All right. So I still think he needs to get more strength. It doesn't have to be no macho man, big thick strong. Not like that. I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for just strength, physical strength. You understand me? Physical strength. All right. All right. Physical strength. Because that's why I'm putting it here. So the physical strength, all right, his physical strength, as you saw, he went into 14 duels, and he came out with 7, which is a good start. It's a good start, but most of his duels, the problem that he has is with when he can't get to use his speed, are tricky to get around the player, and he needs to either lean on a person. He tend to not win those one-on-ones at all. You know? Yes. Good thing is that he's working and yes, that's what I'm saying. So you have a good commenter that asked me to update on him, and I went back to watch those games just for that one commenter. So sorry, I think the name of the person is. Yes. And I can say he's improving. He's improving, but that's the only part of his game I think if he can improve on, we can truly see the ceiling of this player. But because he has that eye deficiency, I think that is always going to expose him, and then people don't want to give him the additional time, because that's a problem in modern football. Once you have a blatant problem, they don't even give you the time to see what you can offer otherwise, because you're not a high level player came into their club. They're not going to waste their time with you. So that's why I said when he stays at this level, get more time, he's going to become a better player, and then maybe they are going to have more data on him so they can spend more time with him, because at least they saw him did something in England. What they bought him on was solely fantasy from Jamaica, because they can't see much of the players them at a high level in Jamaica. You understand me? So they just bought you on a wish, and someone tell you what they can do, and you bought them. So this is truth period, where in which they are getting data, real data on the player. Man's a house without a roof, no ceiling. Oh my God. The man said, man's a house. Well, what I'm saying is, if you think he doesn't have any ceiling, no problem. I don't know what you're talking about, because it seems like you're not talking what I am talking. I'm just trying to give some encouragement to the player where he's at now, or what I saw, his take-ons at this level still looks good. His intention looks good. Sometimes he could be running leave the pack, but he just signed to the club. So that cohesion between the other players will take a little time to come. You understand me? It will take a little time to come. All right. Yeah, but I like what I saw. It's a good start. It's a good start. So let me get at least 4 or 5 more games. Sosa, the person that asked me to analyze the player, let me get like 5 or 6 more games so we can tell you how stronger he's getting, how he's improving in certain positions. Yes. All right. Yeah, but he's doing well. I love what I saw from him. I want to see him transfer that same attitude over into the League Two and see and then hopefully is that what he's doing now in that game against the U21s. I want to see him in the League Two doing the same. He had a half a game like what he did in the League Two in the U21 games. He had one of those games. I need to see a little bit more from him. And then gradually once his physical strength develops, yeah. But he's on a good path, yes. And for Richards was bigger and stronger, naturally. But I think Dixon is a smarter player, or higher IQ player than Richards, in my opinion. At this point, I don't know how much he's going to learn because he's at Chelsea. But to be honest, Charlton produce high quality players as well. So and Charlton might have more time to spend on players and send them the right places than Chelsea. But at this present moment, I think that Dixie is a smarter player than Richards. Richards already have a man size. So he can rely on that a lot more, and I think a lot of his plaudits that he got is solely based on his size. I think Dixon has to use much more IQ points, even though I don't think it's up to the high level standard of the world's football for both of them. I still think that one has more, and they're in the right places to get those things nurture and becomes better players. So let's see how far they can move, and then we can truly evaluate what level they are leaving, the players are developing in Jamaica, what level they are leaving at. Yes. So it's a good conversation. So watch those two players. Wimbledon would be good for Whisper. Yeah. Those clubs that that they will take time with them, give them enough game time, and Whisper already have the body size. So even if he's not strong enough, because I saw Whisper got bullied off the ball a few times. Well, but he's much more stronger than Dixon. So if he can get bullied off the ball, it tells you that Dixon have to do a lot if he's going to play the same positions as Whisper. And I think that if he comes in central, it would have been better for him. But he doesn't get that respect as yet because he's not a name player as Whisper. So if he had that big name like Whisper, maybe they would have changed him to a cam to start and build him up as a cam. But they don't believe, you have to work to get that belief in the people. And that's what I've realized. So Dixon is working on his people believing in him to take the chance on him. So let him stay where he's at, focus and get the job done. But it's all about people believing in foreign countries and want to take the gamble on you. All right. Yes. All right. So this was sent in. Curaçao's window. Thanks for that. You have Anthony's added to it. Bakuna Brothers on it. Bagoon on it, Bremet, Feleda on it as well, Castana, which I first heard that Castana was suspended. Let me be sure. I think you sent me. I think we heard that 2 of the Curacao individuals were suspended. So I want to know if it's Castana. Can you send me back the report? Resend me. Resend the missing players, please. All right. But what does Whisper agent thinks? 1 second. Paul JD, just some update about the 80 roster. They purposely putting it out late. Expect it Tuesday. for the provisional, and the final probably 3 days before the official game. All right, thank you very much, Paulo G. And Paulo G, I will be on the Wemaxit channel doing U20s and all of these reports. This is just the first day back, and we are up and gunning. And guys, if you had texted me at any point, I've changed my number to a business account. All right, so uh, so 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 um so that's why when you maybe text me, you get a response back. All right, yeah, because it's a business account now. All right, yes. So it's not, and I'm not gonna do call-ins anytime in history. All right, so don't even bother try calling because it's not possible anymore. All right, I'm just trying to elevate myself a little. So just work with me if you want my channel to grow. All right, yes. I've done enough analysis on what is needed, and I'm trying to put it in. All right, so all right, all right. So, anyways, let me go through the players. The players are. Let me get the players that they said is out, because that is what I'm interested in. The missing players. All right, so I can evaluate how they could line up. All right. Okay, yeah, I have the list. I just want the players that's out on cards to see. All right. The new players are centre back. Oh yeah, yeah. But I know those ones. I just want the players that's missing. 1 second, people. All right, so let me go through the list right here. Goalkeeper Eli Room. You guys know Eli Room. Yeah, he's the number one for a while. Trevor Dorbosch from VVV Venlo, and then you have Leandro Marencia from FC 20. Then you have defenders. You have Buzor from Turkey. Brennet. Then you have Van Ema from RKC Walwick. You saw the same from Suriname. Floranos from Pek Zwolle. Gardi from FC Abba. From FC Abba. In midfield, Bakuna Brothers, Tahiti Chong, Sheffield. Hold on. Tahiti Chong. Tahiti Chong changing places. Damn. One second. Chong. Let me say Chong. Because Chong ain't. Where's Tahiti Chong? One second, people. 1 second. Let me see. Tahiti. All right. So Tahiti Chong is presently. Hold on. So Tahiti Chong. Let me see when he completed this one. So at Luton. Okay, so August 29th. Okay, so August 29th. Sheffield United. Ooh, all right. Good for Tahiti. That's good for Tahiti. Damn. All right, all right. That's nice. That's nice. So Tahiti Chong, coming in from Sheffield United. So he played 1, 2, 3 games. Okay, only 3 games he played for Sheffield. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. All right. So Tahiti Chong added to the list. Tahiti Chong. Comencia. Feleda. Martha. Tyrese Nuslin, and you have Godfried from RKC Walwick as well. Antonese added to it. Kenji is in this listing as well. Coming in from Maccabi Haifa. You guys would know him because he's playing with a Jamaican over there. Yes, I know it's the son of the. How can you send me list? And you guys said I am the Surinamese Curacao people, and you guys are sending me information on the players. I must know them. So Dinore son Kenji, Olipa Mrs. Ore, yes. Yes. Anson added to it from Middlesbrough. I'm not sure what you said on that one. Castana, which I he's the one that I expected more of in the last two games, but for some reason, I never saw him even starting, so I had to ask some questions. Locadia, he came on, very physical player, big, strong, but I think Castana adds a little bit more mobility, and Margareta is a speed demon type player. All right, he's added to the list, but I want to see the players that are missing due to cards. All right, I don't see it here. Yeah, so Curacao adds more players as well to their roster, which is exciting. Exciting. Yeah. I already expected these type of rapid improvements, but that is solely based on what they have done because they have gotten the 4 points. So they believe that they're in a good position because they believe that they can beat Jamaica. Obviously, Jamaica can add a lot of pieces to their game, which I think they will because I don't expect two windows and they don't add to the centre back pool. The goalkeeping, I expect Blake to be back, which is desperately needed as well. But Jamaica has the tools to upgrade their squad. But what I'm seeing here from Curaçao's squad, Jamaica can't take them lightly because they kept adding players. You understand me? They kept adding players, and just as though we think that Jamaica could be better, they could be better as well in their game. You know, the sad thing I would say that both of them, I think Trinidad played them similar. Both of them started very good against Trinidad, but after a certain period, Trinidad actually took advantage over both Jamaica and Curacao. You know, I don't know what to say of that. Maybe it's just because of the rotation, because both of them did rotate their squads. You know, like they're adding players, new players coming in, and people trying to figure things out. So they have a lot of things to work on. You know, so both Jamaica and Curacao could use that as an excuse, in my opinion. Yeah, but I'm gonna do more breakdowns on both teams and look at a proper outcome. But based on what I saw at first look, if we go with the same squad, it's going to be a strong battle. I can't just say who is going to be the winner instant. But if we add the Liam Bailey, the Ethan Pinnock, Blake, I think that Jamaica should still have the edge in quality a little, because sometimes the quality doesn't translate in total domination. You know, and sometimes Curacao could come off to be better possessors, even though of lately they are not trying to possess the ball so much because they offer more forward powers. But from the last two games, their forwards weren't here to the highest level. So with that said, they had to hold the possession a lot more, and they never looked bad doing that. You know, yeah. Adding players and chemistry of play, which is more important? Either the man them blind, xenophobic, or just love man. All right, Markland Barrett. Well, it's different, you know. It's like all the machines. It's like all the things, all the issues, all the time. No, it's like anybody can ask you questions about any issue at any time. I don't know what is wrong with this dude, you know, but he just comes here and just writes some things. Said he's helping the algorithm. Yeah, so the key point of this video is there is no room for error anymore, because everybody is finding any kid that was born. At this point, people trying to take DNA testing to see if they're connected with some parents from any one of these roots to get them to play for the for World Cup. Players trying to take DNAs and testing just to make sure they are qualified for a country to end up there. So every window, you're gonna just see every window you're just seeing additional players, because Haiti, they're adding players at 20 million. 12 million. So two of 80 players them are bigger than any player Jamaica have. Maybe aside from Leon Bailey in market value. That is amazing. And they just got them. Then as you saw, Tahiti Chung might be coming in, would have been Jamaica's highest rated midfielder. He's at market value 5 million, 4.8 million. You understand me? So there is no room for improve for any lackluster behavior. No experiment, as what the coach said in the Gold Cup. But apparently he's doing it now. Coach, hopefully you judge it right and go out there and give your best foot forward, because that's how we want to qualify. Triple E, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Then I missed a few more comments. Oh, you're saying about the Aiden replacements. That's this is my problem. This is my problem. I thought that the coach should have looked at Kevin Lambert a lot more. All right. Um. Oh yeah, 18 million from AD as well. Yes, AD is adding some mad amount of players. God damn. AD is adding some mad amount of players, people. 20 odd million, 18 million, 12 million. Okay. What I wanted him to do, and this showed me, because I only can judge off what I saw from the coach. Right. Lambert, I think that he doesn't respect Lambert. The fact that unless he's injured. So yes, that's my problem. And if you brought in Al Anglin and think that Anglin is going to be the savior up against quality players that are world renowned, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. We are just asking for problems, you know. Ian Frey could be a replacement. Yeah, but Ian Frey and Latibody here would have been considered as a replacement. Damien Lowe. I think all of those players are better players than Anglin. You understand me? And that's what I was saying live. The mistake of them not playing Lambert. Because I think Lambert have done very good for Jamaica. I am very shocked that they never gave Lambert in more time. You know, Lati out injured. I don't know. I'm hoping that he comes back, because he would be very much needed. I'm telling you, guys, we ain't retaining any football without aiding that team. We have no retention of nothing at all. So you were talking about King long ball playing. You might need King and Pinnock with the long ball playing to break lines. Because now our midfielders them can't touch the ball none at all, because the one person that's there to hold the retention, so we can start from at least midfield coverage, he's not there, you know. And we saw that before. Without him in Jamaica team is very much average with Liam Bailey on the field. That's what I was telling Truth or Truth. Very much average, because all phases of the thirds need retention from it. It needs retention from it. You understand? Rumors have it that Steve loves Anglin because of his nickname Rooney. Oh my God. Boy, thank God I don't have those information. I am glad that I've stayed away from the info, JD. But JD, in your analysis, you need to mention synthetic feel plays a big part, especially for players playing in Europe. Yeah, but Paul, I did talk about synthetic feel, because remember, even me talking about Suriname pitch and say, oh, they play everybody, match everybody there. I talked about the pitch. I made sure to always do that, Paul. You know that, Paul. Always did that. Karai Anderson is being treated nearly like Lambert. Yes, I am very shocked that Karai Anderson have not gotten the respect as the others. I just think that this coach was just a perfect hire for the people that wants to force a narrative, you know. So even though we have the players, then we have to hope and pray that he puts the right players on the pitch. And that is sad, because when you're watching Curacao, you kind of know who is going to go on the pitch. But Danny J, big up yourself. But when you're coming on to Jamaica, you're saying that they have good players. But you're questioning who is going to go on the pitch. Not because of who is more talented, or who playing at the higher level. It's Jamaica is the only team you will see a proper English Premier League player or a championship player on the bench and a JPL player on the field. It can't happen in Suriname. It can't happen in Suriname. It can't happen in Curacao. It can't happen in Haiti. Jamaica is the only, and remember, Jamaica have the lowest level of education in coaches in the whole of these countries. But Jamaica is the only country that would do that, and it happens more than once. Brother, you know, just see that. Oh, you mean it? Oh, you mean that never happened? Truth or truth, it just happened in the last 4 matches. Truth or truth, you now watch football. You know, just see Atkinson start over actual championship players. And man tell him not running experiment. You know, just saw Brown start over championship players. What is wrong? You saw 3 of that happen in the same damn games. What is wrong with the truth or truth? It's like, come like me alone. That's how me I go mad. You're not gonna make me mad. I can't make sense of these things. When you talk about truth or truth, it all 3 of it happening on the same field. Hold on, let me bring it to truth or truth attention. That's why I have always been so strong. Because I never question the talent pool of Jamaica. I know how good Jamaica could be. Alright, it's always about the selection. Alright, so truth or truth never remember. So let me bring it back to his attention. Alright, this game that we won. Not this game that we won. No. This game that we won. No. Not this game that we won. No. Not this one at all. It was the Guadeloupe game. So let me go for the Guadeloupe game and show you, because look at truth or truth brain cell. Leave him. Alright? for that one spell. Him saying never see that happen. So where is the Guadeloupe? Guadeloupe, we won that game, where which they scored a legitimate goal, and the ref decided he's gonna give us. All right, so I want you to look here. I want you to look here. Truth or truth. These are JPL players. 1, 2, 3. But you could take out King because we heard that he was going to move. All right, so let me go to the bench so you can see. All right. So if I want to reserve my judgment, I am coming with facts. All right. I'm coming with facts. All right. So on the bench, you had Tyrese Campbell, a championship player. Greg Lay, a championship player. I want you to look good, you know. All right. Romain Borrell, a championship player on the bench. And then a player that's going down to League 2 came on. A player that's not playing football at all. And then a player that was in Cephas was playing good, so we cannot see everything. And Karai Anderson just won the championship. So and then on that same day, remember a man called me and said I should not talk about the JPL players them like that, because the JPL player was the best player in the one. Brown was the best player in training. That's what a person around the team told me, because he was attacking me for my comments on my channel. All right. Yes, that's what he told me. And he's a prime position person. Yes, and he was cursing me out. You understand me? So I don't know. It's down to what they see picks the team. You know, and for some reason, every other team that's looking like they're on the rise seems to just always accidentally find the best players them out of the highest quality players. And the same players them that's coming from the JPL, because let me put in Suriname. Let me type in Suriname here just to show you something, because I want to make this video seal my point. All right, so this is Suriname. If you realize a Suriname here, hey, mommy, they picked her up and everything. All right, so come here. All right, so for Suriname here, look at this is Suriname's roster. I'm going to go for Suriname roster, like a Panama. You had some injuries. Girano Kirk was injured, so he was a late addition. All right, so these are the guys that are locally playing. So let me put the clubs them so you could see. Adipe and Rictus was the 2 additional players, and I can click on Rictus so you can see him here. Rictus is at Cavaliers, so he plays in Jamaica, right? Let me show you how much time Rictus play for Suriname. As you could see, he makes the bench. Here, he makes the bench. The one time he plays was El Salvador, and you want to see the squad for El Salvador. So look, Rictus only get 1 game in the last 5 billion games for Suriname. the last 5 billion games. And look at this squad that played. This was a weakness squad. You look at this. Turk, Rictus, Loanwake, Margaret. So no Cheryl Rebecca, no Messageon, no Kirk, nobody at all was in this squad. They just had some people and they were rotating, and that's how he gets games. So see Giran Kirk right here, Vlater right here. It was a rotation. All right? Yes. So you see the difference, people? You see the difference? One game out of 7 to almost a year of football. And he's one of the best players in the JPL. You understand me? So, okay, yeah. No, I did say championship as well, truth or truth. You're too wicked. Because I did add the championship to it. Yes, I said Premier League play. I said Jamaica might be the only country will do the Premier League players, but also championship as well. And I said I saw it happen before, which is the championship one, truth or truth. Property of a sea, big of myself. So what I'm saying then, we need, I think it's getting better. It is getting better. Don't get me wrong, it is getting better. But we need to stop the experiment. You know, we need to stop the experiment. Just find the quality players them. Stop disrespect the opposition them that you're facing. All right. Stop the opposition. Stop disrespect the opposition them that we're facing, because at some point Jamaica's luck is going to run out. You know, and a lot of these players have to be carrying a lot of other players because of some stupidity in selections a lot of times. But sometimes we are not equipped enough to figure those things out. All right. Yeah. So I love the way all this video was constructed, because it kind of go wider to show you what's going on in all the other countries and to show you what Jamaica need to do to get the victory over these teams. Because I love it. Every team just packing players. And the man look at it and said, okay, Curacao have a good opportunity to play in the World Cup. I am coming. Nigel, big up yourself. All right? I am coming. Haiti have a good opportunity. Why you get a draw against Costa Rica? All right then. 3 more guys of 10 million plus go on the team. So all of a sudden the Haiti team look bigger than any Jamaica team can be field. And you're saying, oh, this makes sense. Because they are believing in the quality, so they're just going for them. And to be honest, players presenting themselves as available, which I love it. So that means any team you're facing, you don't know who is going to be in their roster the next window, which is amazing. So that is also a positive for Jamaica, you know. All right. Ore starts for Kenji Ore starts for his club. Demark said, JD, I just want to say Greenwood coming to play for Jamaica. He would do more for Jamaica than Jamaica can do for him. Yeah, but I don't think Greenwood playing for Jamaica has anything to do for him. I think anybody thinks that Greenwood needs Jamaica for anything at all. It's just the egotistic behavior that we tend to have, you know. JD, watch the youngster, 18-year-old Meki Gray, Jamaican born, living in Germany. Thank you. All right, send me to my Instagram so I can remember. Odelo said, JD, any of Curacao? No man, several of Curacao players starting. They're starting, but obviously some make some moves, and just like Kaim Dixon, you have time to adjust and them stuff. So you have to factor in who just moved to clubs and those stuffs, especially if it's a club in the championship or high level teams, you know. Yeah, but a lot of them starts for teams, you know. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy walkover. I think it's going to be an equally competitive game, just like the Trinidad game, whichever team Jamaica starts, you know. But I would like a mixture of what Jamaica did before, and then add the quality to it. So like for this starting 11 here, I'm showing on the screen. I'm going to just put it up on the screen for you to see the starting 11. Okay. All right. So this is the starting 11. Okay. Why am I? All right. 1 second. All right. So this was the starting 11. So for this now, respect a new wave. How you doing, man? So for this now, I would say Greg Lee keeps his position. Damian Lowe and King removed from the starting lineup. Blake comes in, so 3 changes already out of the middle there. So if Ethan Pinnock is fit, Ethan Pinnock goes back in and Blake goes back in. Then King and Lowe fight for that position. And also Mason Oldgate as well. Because to be honest, I actually think Mason Oldgate is better than both of them. You know? So to be honest, all 3 of them will fight for the next position, and then Amari Bell and Ethan Pinnock will share that left-sided centre back slot, because that's what they are. That's what they do play, the left-sided, and that would be good, right? So you have 3 changes out of the back 5. Deeper in midfield, we know that Oldgate would be missing, so automatically Daniel Johnson should be a one that you need in this team because of the level of retention that Daniel Johnson has. I'm surprised that people not looking at that. Daniel Johnson with a physical player. So if you don't, Daniel Johnson with anybody. All right, any physical centre back that if we can't So Daniel Johnson, with any, because he's a better progressor of the football, I think would marshal the midfield better. So if we want to use Lambert and Daniel Johnson deeper because you want to win back the ball and you want to be more solid, that would be good. You know, because I think Daniel Johnson gets a bad stick out of this, and then you could have used Palmer or Russell in that slot. All right, Campbell or Cephas. I think Campbell offers more than Cephas, in my opinion. So, and Campbell best position is over the left hand side. So I would put Campbell over the left hand side to offer the same back because you need more work for the midfield to supplement what the missing pieces of the midfield. So I would take off Cephas, put Campbell over there, and then Liam Bailey. Since we have to start Liam Bailey, because if it's out, if it's up to me, Liam Bailey don't start, but you guys said Liam Bailey have to start because I'm a big baller. So Liam Bailey forcefully in the team via you guys, all right? Yeah, but Campbell would be the one that I put in because of his defensive coverage. Cephas is definitely tracking back as well, don't get me wrong, but I think Campbell is a way more versatile player than Cephas, more technical player than Cephas, and I think you need more control against Curacao. I saw what Trinidad did, and Trinidad is a better control team than Jamaica. And that's why in the second half Trinidad could have gotten that little control over Curacao, because they are better on the ball than Jamaica. At least that team that Jamaica fielded the last time. And it shows against Jamaica as well that they are better on the ball than Jamaica. That's what it shows, you know. So we never had to just look at the judgment of the Curacao game. We watched the game against Jamaica, and they were better on the ball as well. You understand me? So we are trying to present ways to be better on the ball to find the right persons them. You know, Cephas, I think Cephas is a footballer you put on the field, and it's hard. It's hard for you to have ball retention with Cephas in the team. It's hard. I don't know who can come and tell me anything else. Cephas is just Jamaica. Cephas is exactly how we view football, like how Jamaicans view football. That's what Cephas offers to a football team. But in modern football, it's hard. That's what I said. The only place I would put Cephas in my team is as a striker. I've been saying that for 1 year now. 1 year now, you know, but these players make it lose retention. You understand me? So it makes it into dog fight, and they thrive in dog fights. You know, don't get me wrong, because Cephas' best play is only in dog fights. So when a backline is advanced up the pitch, that's how he can be effective. He can't be effective any other way. You know. He can't be effective any other way. So it actually fits the dog fight, you know. But why Jamaica always have to be in dog fights? Why Jamaica have to you said Cephas play Martinelli, all right? Why Jamaica has to always be in dog fights? No. I think you can dominate games as well. You know, when the game go quiet, they dominate the game. that's when your backroom staff did a perfect job. These games that we're watching, and it's a dogfight back and forward, and every game Bermuda looks like they should score two and Jamaica should score three or two as well. You know that, brother, that those games should not be that way. That tells me that me that tells me that you're fighting to stay within the same pack, and that is definitely sad, but they have the players to improve that. It's just some strong decision making, leave out some people, go back to the analytics board and make the right decisions. You understand me? Yes. So that's what they need to do coming forward. Some strong decision. And I'm loving that the other teams are improving so bad. Jamaica has no choice than to improve as well. So thanks to the other teams, that is actually improving. I think it's forcing Jamaica to improve as well. Because I'm telling you, the more soup Jamaica think it is the more they can impose their power on the selection. So the better these teams get, so we want Curacao to get two $10 million ballers. And I promise you, you don't see no JPL player in this team or on this roster. So Curacao, please get some $10 million ballers. So we know that we're gonna get the best players playing for Jamaica. Because the one thing alone Jamaica is afraid of is to be shamed. All right? Yes, they're afraid of being embarrassed. Yes, because remember, our country is about ego. So we have to do anything to get the win. But sometimes we will drop our standard to just to fit in because we want to win truly with what we believe in. That's what we want to. But because we have a shame tree, they always say Jamaicans have a shame tree, we don't want to get shame. So, two big baller come across, so believe me, I'll Mason Greenwood there tomorrow. All right, JD, what do you think is preventing Jamaica from dominating these games? I just explained to you. Ego, lack of education, and where I say the lack of education is not about the coach. I think others that are in for lack of education with power. So even though you hire a coach, you still be beside the coach forcing. Because remember, a man tell me the next coach that they are going to hire have to do these things. Have to integrate these people. So I think that is the main problem. And then that same man that said that, he's the one they hired to give them advice. Remember, all of these are factual statements, A man came in, said he's gonna anybody he hires, they have to can control them and tell them what to do. Yes. Remember, these statements were said on my channel here. So this is not a question. I'm telling you, these are facts. So that's what's stopping it, because you can't just put every level player on the field and it work. Levels are there for a reason, because the synergy and the overall cohesiveness of the team works with your fitness level. The first thing, you know that before the game as a coach. You know that. That is essential. That's why everybody train together. Everybody does similar drills, because the fitness level is important. When did he say that? I missed that one. No, man, no. When I was asking about when he won the last trophy, go back at I don't interview the man much. Just go on the last video, you hear it. I literally said it to him, Yes. Gunner's boss said, JD, open the phone line. No. The phone line, I don't have any phone line anymore, Gunner's boss. And it's JD International now, Yes, I'm international. I'm a superstar, and I need to start act like that, So I don't do phone call-ins. Yes. Yes, I'm a superstar Gunner's boss, so I don't do phone call-ins. I'm here for 2 hours, and I'm done. And then you see me next 3 days. All right? Yes. So sorry about that, Gunner's boss, but I can't do that, Yeah. JD, Tahiti Chung look good. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. JD, time for you to go before they draw you out. No, I'm done. My 2 hours done now. Low, I'm gonna leave the space. Don't worry yourself. You don't have to bad me up to leave. Yeah. Jamaica, please don't bother with the fight on the pitch during the game. Okay, King. All right. So good question before the game, and I answered it here with facts out of the RC's them mouth. And I think that's what's holding back Jamaica. I don't think Jamaica have a player problem. I think Jamaica has a power problem. All right? Let that be the end of the conversation. Jamaica doesn't have a player problem. Jamaica has a power problem and an ego problem, which is equal to the power. All right? Jamaica have a power problem. And if that power problem can be fixed, I think Jamaica have a stronger chance to make it to the World Cup than to not make it to the World Cup. That's my honesty right there. So thanks all you lovely people that flicked in, and we had a good time. We still fought. Man tell me that they don't love me, which I never came here to look love. I never came here to look love, but I was trying to show a comparison, but they said no, they ain't giving me any love, They want to love. Yes, Demarks, I'm a superstar, Demarks. I have to start making people know who I am, Yes, yeah, so they have to know, Yes. Disagree. We have midfield problems. No, we don't have midfield problems. We have a power problem, Nitro. Because I can always find a midfield. Daniel Johnson is playing a high-level league that's bigger than every league in CONCACAF, period. He can't make the Jamaica team. All right? Period. So that is not a player problem. That is a power problem. Who we disrespected. Why? And I know people scouting, so come on, man. Okay, get it. You is a coward who want to come and spew nonsense without being challenged. You are an egotistic maniac that doesn't understand nothing what I've said. You understand me? Yes. So I want to go in the CONCACAF region, so I don't have to deal with people like you. All right? Yes. So just stay in the Jamaican box, and I'm okay with that. Thank you very much. Big of yourself, DJ Gigs in the house, Tycoon. All right, yeah, man. No, I don't. No, nobody should time him out. None at all. I responded to him, so he's the one who will be in his feelings first. I am not going to be in my feelings. I respond to him. The calling mash up the show. No, I already said at my start of my show that I won't put anybody on my show anymore. I will bring people on from a different country. I won't do any call-ins. So this man turned up 2 hours later. He thought it was all about him, but if he had acted in a mannerable fashion, he would have go back to the first start of the video, listen to what I said, and realize it was not self-centered about him. But I know them. That's what they are always about, and that's why I said I don't want these things anymore, because you see the lack of value that they offer. Yes, because I said I'm not going to take any call, he gets in his feelings. I'm very sorry. So if that's what you watch my program for, to call in to claim that you have sense, I want to say that you can't convince me that you have sense. I'm not going to disrespect you. I have nothing against you. But if you have your sense, keep it to your platforms and that you have, no, man. Why you want to come and fight me and mine if I said I don't want any call-ins, and I don't want to put anybody on my program. All right? Yes, just let me live, man. Let me breathe, man. Daniel Johnson has not done one wrong, only challenge. JDE was just on Maverick show, come over to call to deliver the same message. I don't want to hear what he has to say. He can write it out. Why reading and writing is essential. Just comment. YouTube was made by comment. So why everybody just want to be on phone and everybody want to be on screen? Brother, just comment. If you want to diss me, comment dissing me. Thanks for the algorithm. Or comment under the video and diss me. Yes, I just said I don't want that. Sir JD and the purple. All right. Big up yourself, Eagle Republic. All right, so people, I've taken up enough of your time. And once it passed 2 hours, the focus period of some of these people's brain cell ain't really well. So I want to leave out of here and let them take them space back. All right. So I do it for you, lovely people. But I don't want to get sucked in those nonsense. My life is very nice. All right? So take care of yourself and be safe and love the family and just seek positivity and all of the great things. Hope Jamaica makes it to the World Cup. Hope Suriname makes it to the World Cup. Hope Curacao makes it to the World Cup. Hope Trinidad makes it to the World Cup. All I just want is good football and proper organization. That's it. I have nothing to say more. Take care. Watch this. People, I tell you, after 2 hours, the streams go down the drain. So I, I am out, people. CONCACAF boss out of here. Take care and stay sane, my lovely people. I love all of you guys. Drew Russ, Demarks, El Mexi, Nosage, all of the mans them. Love all of you guys. Nitro, love all of you guys. Stay safe, all right? People, take care of yourself. And Big Boss, I had no war with you. I just had some structures that you never listened well about, and it was not about you. All right. So I'm very sorry. All right. I don't want you to go to anywhere else to call up my name, but I know you are going to do so. So take care, people. Bye bye.